Hello, I thought I'd do something a little different than my normal Let's Play and show you a piece of my own past. Back in the summer of 2001, I decided I had spent enough time thinking and talking blah 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 about video games and needed to do something. You know, I'd made levels for Doom, and I might go back and talk to you about those, show those off at some point. But I wanted to build something very much from the ground up. So I took about 2 months of free time, of my free time. I was working. And my knowledge of C++, and learned the Allegro game programming libraries to put together the NES-style Boss Fight 1: The Mad Scientist. You'll note at the bottom here it even says, your gun wouldn't work anyway, so it's not included, because I wanted a project that was as pared down as possible, because I knew I was taking on a lot here. You know, the code, physics, collision detection, art, and music are all by me, and because of that I knew the experience itself might be a little thin, so I gave it this backstory to try and give it a context and, you know, let the player's imagination fill in a bunch of extra stuff that I didn't actually have to draw. You know, it's really terrible melodramatic writing, but it was fun. So let's jump right in, and you'll see here we are with our sort of generic J.C. Denton, possibly Neo-styled protagonist wearing his sunglasses. Oh, he couldn't run fast enough. Slow. And our evil mad scientist with his long white hair and his lab coat. I love that that's one of the very few evil scientists I've ever seen that actually wears a lab coat. No glasses though. I guess I really didn't have the pixels for it, huh? Oh, ow, ow, ow. Yeah. The game is fairly quick and somewhat unforgiving. I blame that mostly on the fact that it was coded for myself 10 years younger, and also, you know, just coded, like I said, coded for myself. Developers, in a lot of cases, you'll play games and discover that they're way too difficult because the developers were coding it for, you know, somebody who knows every single in and out of the system, and that's not really so helpful for everybody else who's trying to play it. Oh! Yep, so our doctor has two main attacks that he can shoot lasers. Big Dragon Ball Z style wave of energy beam thingies. Ah! Ooh. Which are hard to dodge if you are standing on the same level he is. You can, but it's difficult. You notice also, when the character dies, his sunglasses go away. It's like, I'm sorry, but you've died, you're not cool anymore. Sunglasses are a privilege, not a right. If you time it, just right, again, this was tuned for me when my reflexes were way better. You can jump that from a standing start, but that's not easy to do. I do also love that the timing works out just right, so that if you want to, you can just barely run, jump over, jump over and run away fast enough to get under that laser beam sometimes. Alright, but anyway, so that's how it basically plays, but the actual mechanism for beating the bad guy you've already seen twice, and I'll show it to you a third time, because every time the round starts, you see his health is 6, and he goes way up high, and then falls all the way down and hurts himself, and that's the trick that you have to learn to be able to beat the boss. You have to stand in the middle so he tries to squish you, and then he does his wiggly dance. But which reminds me also, one of the things I do love is when he hits you with the laser, you see he just stands there laughing for a little bit. He doesn't do that when he hits you with the rotating attack, but I like that one. Make him laugh again. But yeah, you can get over him in basically 2 ways. You can either, you know, the easiest ways are to, 1, get him tricked into firing and then run through him, because you can run through him faster than he can make that attack. Or if you're also very fast, you can get over him without getting hit on the other side when he does his jump. Yep, take that. And that's Boss Fight 1, developed using the G++ compiler, Dev C++ environment, superdave.org header files, and Allegro game programming libraries. And obviously all that comments and suggestion stuff is for a very old email address. But anyway, that's something I did associated with gaming that I thought you might get a kick out of seeing. See you next time.